Hi, welcome back, Scouts. Today we're going to do a little pantry prepping, food for emergencies. Last video we did was our 72 hour. This goes a little bit deeper. This is something you're going to want to do on a weekly basis, and you got to keep up with it a little bit. It goes a long ways. This is just a list I have. Everybody's going to be a little different. What I like to eat, what my pup likes to eat, is going to be different than what you like to eat. This is just an idea of what you can get started with. Add your own. You can take off what some of the stuff I have you may not like. That's okay. I have no problem with that. It's all about being prepared. Okay? So I start off with rice. I like rice. Rice goes with so many different things. You can add some chicken broth to it, have some chicken noodle soup. You can have beans. You can do anything with rice. Rice is a good way to go. So each payday, I always try to, when I go grocery shopping, I always try to pick up a little bit of extra. And I've got about 10 pounds of it saved up so far, so that ought to last me for a little bit. I have no problem with that. Then we go on to beans. You can get the dry beans, pinto beans, lentils, whatever you want. But you got to soak them in water. So remember, you will need water. But I've got I got a couple pounds of those saved up, and they're in Ziploc bags. They're perfectly fine. There's no problem there. They won't go bad for any amount of time. So I'm pretty good there in that. Another thing is you need your vitamin C. That's one thing. Now I'm going to go back to, when we were all kids, Tang. It's a great powdered orange juice. That's an easy one. Pick up some of that. Kids will like it. But like I said, you need your vitamins, and that's got a lot of good stuff for it. So Tang's a good thing. Vegetable shortening, Crisco lard, the shortening liquid. Grease your frying pans. You're going to need that for baking. A lot of recipes will call for vegetable shortening. The lard I like for greasing the pans. I love my cast iron, so I use a lot of the more solid lard, Crisco, shortening basically. Flour. Flour is a big thing. Whole wheat, all-purpose, bread, flour. I like to just get the all-purpose. It'll work with just about anything you want to make. Pancakes, biscuits. You can make chicken and dumplings. You can do a lot of different things. So I've got about 20 pounds of that. I buy them in 5-pound bags, so I've got 4 bags extra. And I do rotate those. Every time I buy or when I need a bag of flour, I will go get another, and I will replace what I took off the pantry shelf. Whatever I take, I replace. That way then I know it's all going to, I'm going to have that supply on hand. Sugar. Sugar is another big thing. I drink coffee. I like sugar in my coffee. I don't mind the bitter taste of coffee. It's tasty. But I like a little sweetener in it too. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to make lemonade. Same thing. You get your lemons. You're going to squeeze those down. You're going to add a little sugar to it. And then you're going to take and water. And you got some nice good lemonade. There's nothing wrong with that. Iced tea, same thing. I like a little sugar in it. I don't need a lot. I just need a little bit just to give it a little bit of sugar. A little bit of sweetener in that. I like carrots. If I don't have fresh carrots out of the garden, I'll go buy the canned carrots. That stuff's just good stuff right there. And we go back to the sugar we were talking about. A little bit of brown sugar. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of butter, some brown sugar, some carrots. That's a good side dish right there. There's nothing wrong with that. Spinach, I like it fresh out of the garden. But in an emergency, I'll do the canned stuff. I have no problem with that. If you are fortunate enough to be close to a lake or a river, you can go fishing, okay? When you do clean your fish and you're ready to cook your fish, if you have an oven, sprinkle a little bit of that canned spinach over the top before you cook it. You'll find that as you cook it, that spinach will keep the fish nice and moist. It won't dry out. It's a good tip. Remember that one. Try it. Green beans. I love green beans too. Same thing. I'll get the canned. I'll get the cut, the whole. I'll get the, what do they call it, the French cut. I think it's French cut. I love that stuff. Some mashed potatoes. Some chicken. Good stuff. Alright, next thing is, powdered milk. You gotta have your milk. If the grid's down and you do not have electricity, and there's no way to keep your liquid perishables cool, powdered milk, it'll work. If you have regular milk, get yourself a half gallon of your store-bought milk, mix up a half gallon of powdered, mix them both together. You got a gallon of milk for a whole lot cheaper than what milk's costing nowadays. Milk is getting expensive. Tuna in cans. Some people like tuna, some people don't. Get your albacore, the regular, actually heavy oil, spring water, that's up to you. The grit down, way you want to go, I'm getting the oil. That's just going to give me some extra, fats, some calories, and in the hard times, that's very important. So, canned tuna fish, you can easily do a lot of different things with that. Rice, so forth, and on and on and on. That's up to your imagination. Salt, your pepper, your spices, you're going to want to have a little bit of flavor. It's just, after a few days of eating just beans and rice with no flavor, it's, no. You need some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, some onion powder, whatever spices you like. Get at least some spices, so it'll add that flavor to your meals. Don't forget that. Then we go to our grains and rice. We already covered our rice. Grains. You can do a lot of different things with the grains. Bread. You have to have a way of grinding them down, but it's not that big of a thing. Grains, you can just get that in your flour already, and your rice. Like I said, get your rice. Another fun thing, if you have kids, I'm sorry, I'm still a big kid at heart. I like popcorn. It's not a big thing. I have a pan, okay, whether I have a fire, a stove, however, whatever heat source I do have, a little bit of shortening in the bottom, throw some kernels of corn down in there and that, as it's cooking, shake the pan around so they don't burn, they'll pop right up. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good comfort food at night, after dinner. You're sitting around a fire, or you're just huddling around and staying warm, playing games. Popcorn's a lot of fun. And that's one of those type things. Pasta. Oh, I love my pasta. I love my spaghettis. I love my goulash. I love my Alfredos. Oh yes, definitely. Pasta's good one to have. It's dry. Just go get a bunch of that. I've got about 6 bags of egg noodles. I've got spaghetti noodles. Trust me, I've got some pasta. So pasta's an easy one to get around. Canned milk. See, now there's another one. Now canned milk, get the condensed, the evaporated, however, whatever. It's a good thickener. Like I said, you cut your noodles. You could throw some chicken, some rice, and then make up a cream with this canned milk. And you have like an Alfredo sauce. Trust me, that one will go a long ways for you. There's nothing wrong with that. Honey. Honey, yes. Honey's a great antibiotic. It's nature's antibiotic. Remember, in the hard times, you're not going to just be able just to jump in the car and take off and go and see the doctor if you're not feeling good. Try to stay healthy. That's the main thing. Prevent, prepared way before it even happens. So when it does happen, you're ready to deal with it. It's a good way to go. Honey, good stuff. Baking soda, absolutely. You need your baking soda, baking powder. You want to make pancakes, you're going to need that. You're going to need your eggs. If you have fresh chickens, however forth you go with that, or something with that. We've already covered sugar. We already have that. Wheat, barley, yeah, you can make soups. Okay, you can make soup, barley soup. Get yourself some of those bouillon cubes, beef flavor. Okay, throw that in there, dissolve that in some water, throw in some barley, let it cook up. Maybe add some vegetable, carrots, right out of the can. There you go. Just like that, you have a nice barley soup. Something simple and easy. Canned soup. Let's just talk about that. Campbell's condensed. Okay, fantastic. You get a small little can. They're not that expensive, and all you got to do is add a little bit of water. Remember now, you get the tomato soup. Throw a little bit of that canned milk inside there, thicken it up. Nice and creamy. That's good stuff right there. Okay. Cereal. Nothing wrong with cereal. You do that in that bag. That stuff is, let's just say, nuclear grade. It'll hold for a while. Okay. Once you open the box, just like anything, it's going to go stale after a week or two, I'm sure. But for the most part, if I open a box, it's not going to last a week or two. I'm going to have that thing gone in probably 3 or 4 days. That's just, I'm hungry and I'm going to eat. It's just that simple. Beef jerky, quick and on the go. Grab a few pieces, throw them in your pocket. You're out doing something for the day. Your belly starts, grumbling a little bit. Grab yourself some jerky. It'll get you through the meals. Whether it's you're get up in the morning, you're out working in the yard, feeding the animals, or you're out work. Okay, either which direction. And it's not break time, boy. Lunch is still a good couple hours away. Grab yourself a piece of jerky, throw it in your mouth, and you'll be fine for quite a while. There's nothing wrong with that. I like my pickles. Pickles is another good thing. If they haven't been opened, they don't have to be refrigerated. They've been canned. They're good. They're packed in vinegar. It's good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. Garlic, same thing. Just like your honey. Great antibiotics. Okay. Some people don't like garlic straight up. Me, I could do it. Okay. But I do like cooking with it. Put it on my fish. Garlic goes just about with everything. There's just your pastas, your rice, your beans. It goes with everything. So remember that. Power bars. Okay. You get some power bars. Same thing, just like jerky. Throw it in your pocket. You know you're going to be out for a few hours. And, all right, when you're all done, you're going to be hungry. But in the meantime, quick power bar. Just tear it open, chomp down on it, and you'll be just fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Hiking, same thing. Don't have to stop. Don't have to get your stove out. Don't have to, get anything out. Just grab that bar, eat it. Give yourself about a 5-minute rest, and you're good to go for quite a long time. Nothing wrong with that. Your sports drinks, Gatorade. Come on, guys. Okay, they're electrolytes. Okay, that's what your body needs. It's just that simple. If you're hiking and you're thirsty and you don't have any water, you know how you feel. Okay, you need the electrolytes. Simple and easy. They're tasty. Get the flavors you like. It's just that simple. But get yourself some sport drinks. They're great for the electrolytes. Keeps your body refreshed. Nothing wrong with that. Hydrated. Okay. Crackers, soup. Okay. You can get them or you don't have to. That's totally up to you. Peanut butter. Good protein right there. Meat substitute. You have yourself a peanut butter sandwich. You're good to go. There's not a thing wrong with that. You grab any kind of bread, biscuits, or whatever. Peanut butter's a good way to go. Don't forget the peanut butter. Instant noodles. Cup of noodles. Come on, guys. Smack ramen. Okay, same difference. Quick and easy. They have a lot of sodium. I'm not going to lie to you on that. But the grid down in an emergency situation, I think I can live with, a meal of that a day and get away with it. I seriously do. Like I said, I'm a coffee drinker, instant coffee. I'm not going to have electricity, so I'm not going to use the little, automatic machines. Instant coffee, I can boil water. Throw me a couple, take spoons of coffee in there, a little bit of sugar, I'm good to go. Nothing wrong with that. That's an easy one. Tomato sauce, same thing. Look at your rice. You know, you can have, you can make a lot of different things with tomato sauce. That's, like I said, this is just stuff that I've come up with that I like, and this is what I'm stocking, and I know I'm going to get, you know, more as time goes on. Cocoa, hot chocolate, come on, that's just good stuff. Cookies, you can make cupcakes, cake, lots of different things, you know, all that good stuff. Alcohol, whiskey, vodka, rum. The vodka I use for a lot of my tinctures, and if I want to do extracts, the rum, vodka is good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. They're also good anti-septic cleaners. It's got the alcohol in there and that, so that's part of your first aid kit. Well, don't make it part of your first aid kit. Come on, guys. Okay, we know, but it is something that if you come across something in that and you can extract the flavors out of it. Mint, you can get wild mint. You can get plenty of other plants out there and that to pull the extract, their oils out of it. Good way to go. Potatoes, you can't get them fresh out of the garden, buy them canned. Okay. Your fresh potatoes at the store, they'll hold for quite a while. Depends on how you store them. You have to keep them in a cool, dry place. You don't want cold, you don't want hot, okay? But canned potatoes is a good choice, all right? Vinegar, same thing. You can pickle a lot of different things right out of the garden. You know, you come across anything, you know, growing wild, okay, right out of the garden. Your bell peppers, your cucumbers. I like my jalapenos. I'll pickle those up. There's nothing wrong with that. Plenty of things to do with the vinegar. Exactly. Tea, same thing. You got a lot of good vitamins in tea. It's soothing. Okay, it'll help. If you like tea, get tea. Dried fruit is another big thing. Get a dehydrator. It's just that simple. Dry some fruit. Put them in your Ziploc bags. Seal them all up. And then when the time comes, all you got to do is tear that open, and you got great vitamins and a tasty snack all in one, all the way through. Garden seeds, same difference. Okay, and this time of year right now, we're coming up into April. I've got my seeds started. I've been out working in the greenhouse, my outdoor flower garden boxes. It's still a little cold for that, so I haven't uncovered those yet, but I'm going to get those started up real soon, and they'll be ready to go by the end of my frost date, which is around about the last part of April. So I've got about a month to get this all prepared, so I think it's going to be a good year. You're going to go back to your, you know, all your vegetables with all your vitamins, your vitamin supplements, vitamin D, vitamin C, whatever you need to take. You need vitamin D. Get that out of the sun. If it's sunny outside, get off the couch, get outside, enjoy the sun. Real simple, real easy. Vitamin C, take that every day. It helps prevent colds. Okay, you may get sniffles, but you won't have a cold that puts you down for the day or a few days. Stay up with that. Water, bottled water, a must. You have to have water. Okay. Last video we talked about water filters. I have no problem with that. I've used them plenty of times and they're fantastic. But as my pantry, as I'm prepping, I am getting bottled water. I go to the dollar store. Okay, guys, it's just that simple. The dollar store, you can pick up a little flat of like little 8-ounce bottles for $1. Come on, what more do you need? You know, you grab a stack of those and you're good to go for quite a little while. That'll go. Remember, 3 days is all you're going to last without water. So you do need water, period. That's all there is to it. And then I went back to the dehydrator. We're talking, you know, the freeze dryer. Now the freeze dryer is another topic. I am working on trying to get one of those. That I would dearly love to try. I love my freeze-dried meals for camping, my mountain house. But if I get my own, I can make my own meals. The stuff you get at the store, you're limited to what their menu is. Me, more variety. So working on saving up to get me a freeze dryer. They are an investment. I do have a dehydrator. I do have the Excalibur. It's got 9 trays in it. That is definitely a game changer right there. I can dehydrate a lot of food all at the same time. So when the garden time comes time to harvest, I dehydrate, I can, and I freeze. So trust me, I think I can go for quite a while with just this list right here. My meats, the meats are a different story. I'm working on something for that. I do have a freezer full of beef, chicken, pork, so I'm blessed with that. So I do have something that'll hold me over for a while, but I do know if the power goes out, it's not going to last long. So I'll have to figure out something else on that is all there is to it. So, all right, Scouts, like I said, this is just, a list to get you thinking as to what you might need. Add comments down below. What do you like or what don't you like on this list? Either which one. This is just a guide. That's all it is. But it will stop and make you think of just the little things that you're going to need to be prepared for. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps keep the channel going, and that's what I'm after, guys. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of knowledge that I've learned in the Scouts and in life. That's all I'm after. So until next time, Scouts, you all stay prepared. Bye now.